So Abby, Cassie, and I had a fun Saturday night.
It was an absolute rager.
It was not what I was expecting at all, and I absolutely loved it. So we went to the Atlanta United Always Rising Kit launch, where they unveiled their new community kit for the 24-25 season. And it was
Is this like a kit that you can use to like fix your home and stuff?
Come on now. Come on now.
This is like a makeup kit. A
So
car
American. Let's call it jersey.
Jersey.
Okay. We here in this country call it a jersey, but it's a kit.
I was using the official football terminology, but yeah, it's their jersey, and it's their community jersey, and it was at Pullman Yards in Kirkwood, and it was just like a huge party, but they managed to get everyone so pumped up. Like, Adon Bean was there spitting poetry. They had the players come out like wearing the jerseys to announce it, and the whole crowd went wild.
You can call it kits now if that's like their official
Okay, now we
terminology.
get it.
Yes.
So it's if you're not into soccer and you're like, the uniforms look the same to me every single year, there's always one that comes out. It's like they almost call it like their third kit, the community kit. So you've got home, sometimes you got away, and then they come out with something way out of the box. All teams do this, all right? And it is pretty exciting if you're like a fan of the team. Like, think about it in football terms, Mo, that if the Cowboys came out with one extra kit each and every year, as a fan, you'd be like, I got to get my hands on that kit.
have it. Yeah,
on that jersey.
Hockey does that too.
Do they? I didn't know that. So, like, the first year, I think, for Atlanta United, and I'm just pulling this out of my butt, I'm not sure. I think it was the King Peach jersey, the one that was white and it was peach. Also, they had one. I think last year was a green jersey, the forest green jersey, which was really cool also. And this year, it just happens to be this beautiful, like, Abby has it on this morning, and so does Cassie. It's like blue, a light blue with yellow trim. It has the American Family Insurance logo in the middle of it also. But the colors of it this year, these are my favorite colors anyway. So when they unveiled it on Saturday night, I was like, this is a jersey I got to have.
Well, the cool thing is, like, it all means something. I'm such a nerd. It's like a little Easter egg hunt, you know, when Taylor Swift releases her Easter eggs and you try and figure it out. So the whole thing, there's a phoenix on the front, which is a nod to Atlanta's, like, rising from the ashes. Because if you didn't know, Atlanta burned down and then was rebuilt. So the phoenix rising from the flames kind of became the symbol of Atlanta.
Yeah, it wasn't like a campfire that got out of control.
No.
It just happened to do with the war.
Yeah.
The Civil War.
The Civil War. Yeah, we didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, South didn't do all that great.
Context is important.
They took the loss on that one.
But that's why they included those dates, 1847 and 1865, the year the city was incorporated and the year it was rebuilt from the ashes, on the back underneath the crest. The blue is a nod to the rebirth and renewal of Atlanta, and the yellow represents on the kit the city's vibrant history and identity. And then it has dark blue accents and yellow trim, which is the same colors that are on Atlanta's city flag. And I think that's really cool how they've brought all of that in together. And it's technically called the Resurgens Kit because it is all about the history of Atlanta and our resurgence from the ashes, essentially.
Y'all don't care about that. All you need to know is that it's pretty.
Yeah. It's also just really cute.
Love it.
It's really
Nice
pretty.
colors.
You know, and I think it's important also to say that we have this partnership now with Atlanta United as well. So we're going to be working with each other quite a bit, and I'm stoked about it.
Oh, it's so exciting. So we're officially, the Bert Show is one of Atlanta United's community partners, and that's a really, really big deal. And I'm so excited for this upcoming season. I think soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, is one of the sports that I've been into since I was a kid, because my family's all from the UK, so I never had American football. We had rugby and then soccer, and so I'm so ready for this season.
Here's the thing you have to understand also, like, forget about what you know about sports. And I know sometimes in this country, soccer is like looked down upon. At least it used to be. I think it's certainly gained a whole bunch of momentum over the last couple of decades. But when you go to an Atlanta United event, I thought about that this weekend. Like, why is the electricity and the environment so different at a soccer match than it is others? And I have to tell you that I think it's because of its international and Latino roots. That you have a whole bunch of people coming to the stadium that grew up in different countries, Central America or South America. I'm not saying the whole stadium is like that, but when you have, I don't know, a quarter or half the stadium that grew up on soccer from different countries, I think it adds to the electricity. So if you've never been to a game and you just think it's going to be everybody sitting down.
Oh, no.
No,
Not
man.
at all.
Soccer, Atlanta United games are not like that.
No, they're waving their scarves around. And what I think also separates the Atlanta United games from at least other games that I've been to is it kind of reminds me of the rowdiest games I've ever been to because they have that one section where everyone is like completely even more electric than everybody else. Of course, all the fans show up and they show out, but there's that one section behind one of the field goals, and they are like the heartbeat of the rest of the fans because once you see them get hyped, they're like the most hardcore fans. It makes you even more excited.
I'm getting goosebumps. The first match I ever saw, I was in that section.
Were you really?
Yes. I was in that section. I went with a friend.
Did you know you were going to be in that section?
No, I didn't. I was really excited to go with my friend.
It's the supporter section, right? Is that what they call it?
Yeah. So I went with my friend Amber, and we sat there, and oh my, it was unlike any sporting experience I had ever been to in my entire life. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. It is electric. But the thing is, too, I want everybody to know, like, yes, that section gets rowdy and fun, but it's a very family-friendly event as well. So you could bring your kids. You can meet the soccer players before they go in the stadium, like when they're walking in. So it's really great for kids, too.
This might be the first time that we could actually say that the United States is less violent than other countries when it comes to something. Because at a soccer match, you go internationally, you don't know what's going to happen. At an Atlanta United match, you know that they're not going to get in big riots with Orlando fans. All right, so if you're interested in going, I'll tell you what is a really great place to like start to introduce yourself to soccer is they're having a block party coming up here in a week or so, 2 weeks?
On the 24th.
24th, and it's a family-friendly event that you could start to introduce yourself to soccer, but you can also do it, look, as a guy that has kids. I was always a little bit frustrated on weekends, like, what can I do with my kids that's not going to cost me an arm and a leg, but also I can have fun, and I know it's going to be safe. This block party for Atlanta United is going to be that.
Yeah, it's on Saturday, February 24th from 12 to 6 at Sweetwater Brewery. It is family-friendly. Tickets are only $5, and kids under 12 are free, and they don't need a ticket. So you can bring out the whole family, and you can get your tickets at atlutd.com.
They're going to have food trucks out there. The same DJ that was playing at the launch is going to be playing there, too.
DJ EU?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be there also. They got a whole bunch of games going on also. And Atlanta United is actually playing that night in Columbus. So if you want to sort of introduce yourself to Atlanta United in soccer, you can stick around and watch the game because they're going to have it on these huge screens.
It's going to be a great way to kick off the season with other Atlanta United fans.
I'm very excited about this. Really excited about this season. And you're going to love this jersey. It's so, so beautiful. So how do you get your tickets? How do you get your jersey? How do you get tickets to the block party and all that? atlutd.com.
The Bert Show.